guys, Ken in front of the camera here, and today I will be reviewing the Propel Quadcopter. I'm just going to plug in the battery right now because I need to show you guys a little something. So right now it's blinking, trying to find its connection to the remote. So the red LED lights are your forward, so the red props are forwards, the blinking white LED lights and the black ones, they're your backward ones. I'm going to unplug it so I can save some battery later for the video and in the previous failed video that I did before. This is the remote that it came with. So far, I actually kind of like the remote. I feel like I'm a little bit more of an expert, you know? I feel like it's an upgrade. So this is your throttle, of course. You know, you get the more, you go up to give it more lift. Now there is a new side to it. Now this makes it turn left. This makes it turn right. Also, another thing I really love about this is that it tells you the percentage of throttle, and it tells you how much input you're giving for the spin, for the yaw. And with the yaw, what I'm talking about, the yaw, this is pretty much a yaw for a quadcopter, like that. And it's good. And I'm really a big fan of like it telling you how much input you're giving it. It also tells you how much input you're giving it whenever you're going forwards, backwards, left, right. Everybody knows how remotes work, unless if you're young. These two buttons are your trim. So if the quadcopter goes forward, you want to press backwards on both. The reason why I do two is because if you press one, it gets it off balance, and then you're just going to make it way much more worse. And these buttons right here, if you can see them, let's see, if the quadcopter goes right, you go left to trim it. If the quadcopter goes left, you go right. And this button right here, what this button does, it bumps you up. So it starts you off at 20, which is, so this is the rate button. So it gives you a 20% rate, 40% rate, 60, 80, and 100% rate. So if you're a beginner, I would recommend starting off at 20 because you get a really slow yaw rate. And whenever you give forward input, it's not going to go all the way like that. It usually will go like, let's see, probably like that. So it'll fly slower. Now, whenever you up the rate, of course, you know, the yaw rate gets faster, and the forward and backwards, you know, comes a little bit faster in your left and right. But, you know, I've made some mistakes with this. You know, I started it off at 60%. You know, I was like, whoa, this is so fast. This is fun. Until you crash into the big TV that costs way much more than this. But I'm going to say start off at 20, and then once you've mastered 20, get up to 40, and then once you feel comfortable, just find what rate you fly best at. Well, I'm going to do enough. Oh wait, I forgot one more thing, the most important part. So the battery, the charge time is up to 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes. And your flight time is 6 to 8 minutes. It does give you an LVC warning. And what an LVC warning is just telling you like that your battery's low, you need to return it. But I like to run it down to the last battery because it's good for the battery, but it's not good for the battery. I'll explain that later tomorrow in the next video. Alright. Now, one thing I do love about quadcopters is, I mean, if you have a really nice, well-balanced one, you can just throw it up in the air. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can just throw it up in the air and it'll balance itself out. And I'm telling you, it's pretty cool when you can do that. Makes you look like you're the master of it. So what I'm going to do is turn on the, oh, there goes the quad. Going to turn on the remote. First beep. That tells you that now it is connected with the signal. And so, that's not throwing it. That's called throwing it to the couch. What I mean by throwing is by this. Hold on, let's get it. Alright, 80, 100. Alright, here we go. Here's 20%. So this is how slow your yaw rate is. I'm giving it full right input. And pull left input. So you can see it's pretty slow. I'm going to give it some backward input and some forward input. I'm going to spin this thing around because I like flying it with the lights facing me. Alright, let's get it back to us. Alright, and then I'm going to give it right. Oops. Going to give it left. And that's going to bump it up to 40 now. So see, you're alright. Okay, I'm just going to bump it up to 60. Uh-oh. 80 and 100. Alright, let's go back to, oops, looking at a remote more than the quad. Alrighty, I'm at 60%, which is my favorite. One thing I forgot to say is that it can also do flips, so it's a pretty good quad. It is a little bit slow on the recovery, so I just gave it a front flip, back flip. You guys can't see it much. Alright, let's give it a... No, darn. Okay. If you're Christian, I hope you don't mind it getting too close to the angel. Alright, let's give it a balance. Let's see how well it can stay. Oops. Alright, well, let's give it another flip. Uh-oh. That's okay. It's just leather. Yeah, I just really love throwing it. I think that's the coolest thing. But I wouldn't recommend doing that for a beginner. Let's give it up to 100. Show you how good it is at 100. So I'm just giving it barely any input, and you can already tell how fast it goes. Another thing, it's also good for outdoor flying. And let's see if I can give it a funnel. Nope, can't do that. I haven't learned that yet. Alrighty. Well, let's see if I can land it on the bar. This will conclude my flight video. If you guys like it, I hope you guys do. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Well, that will conclude my flight video. If you guys can, like, subscribe, and feel free to comment. I enjoy comments. It's fun to read. And feel free to share this with your friends. I think I already said that. So, thank you for watching my video.